is Emma from Difference in Skill, and I'm back with match 2 of the January team tournament finals. And let me just mute this full screen and we'll go. Alright. So this is Angel Feather versus Narukami, and beginning of match video is just a lot of shuffling. So I guess just to recap for match 1 a bit. So it was kind of a odd situation in the match where one player had a lot of disadvantage, one player had a lot of advantage, but in the end it kind of became a reverse match. But yeah, I guess some plays could have been done better. I think the Kagero player could have won, but I can't really confirm that because it really dictates on what yellow cards kind of pop out in the end. But yeah, not a really bad play. I think it's okay. I think both players on the last game was about the same. I think both players could definitely, I think, made some different plays. And oh my god, they're doing power shuffle over each other, and I will skip ahead a bit. Oh, why did they do this? I guess it's team final, whatever. And yeah, I am eating in the background, so yeah. And oh my god, they're still shuffling. Alright, here we go. They're about to start now. They're just doing the first mulligan, and I think Angel Feather guy actually mulliganed 4 cards. And 3 cards here, and okay. Actually, these are both very skillful players. Angel Feather guy's actually like, he actually got top 3 in the Toronto regionals, so yeah, with Angel Feathers too. So yeah, props to them actually using a fairly low tier deck, I would say, and getting to, well, just in a tournament where you're seeing a lot of Go Paladins, you fight everyone. So yeah, props. Yellow cards are good, and here another really ballsy start with a 6k, and he's obviously taking advantage of this by throwing a 6k and 7k, and I would have actually done these reverse, but it doesn't really matter so much, I guess. But so deal 2 damage, because even though you got critical on the first one, still does 11, so it needs 15 to actually safeguard, so it's not really beneficial. Yep, but could have got the first attack, but I guess could not have. And actually, wait, you could have, but did not. And this is where you try to figure out the effect of this Angel Feather starter, assuming that he doesn't really play this deck much. Or against the deck much. So he actually chooses to use Death Size effect and retire it. Kind of interesting, but okay. Still a -1, I suppose, but not a really good one, I guess. And adjusting the camera, attacking for 14 on. Wow, actually both about the same, but he chooses to attack the Weird Guard just to get another booster, which is fine actually. It's not specifically wrong, but I think he got a trigger earlier, and he actually put the power over onto the Weird Guard. So I think he actually took the bait and attacked the Weird Guard, because I would assume that in general it's a bait towards here. Or maybe I should say he did not take the bait. So yep. Gets a critical, takes 2 damage. Vermilion. I think this becomes 11k when you have 3 or more damage. I see a lot of people run these actually, but I'm not really approval of this, because between the Death Scythe and the Unflipper, I think the leftover spot I would generally just run the 10k because just because if you don't run the 10k, you have a variation of like very low attack grade 2s or like Vanguard material. So whenever you ride grade 2, you're kind of subjected to get punished a bit, I guess. That's what I like to say. I think he did ride a 10k, so I don't know what the ratio is, but typically I like to run 4 and 3s of everything, so yeah, kind of weird. And I see a lot of triggers on one side of on one hand, and not so many on one other, and I lost count of damage, but I think he's at 3. Let me check. So he puts a so he took 1 earlier, I think. Yeah, he takes 1 here. Gets the critical, put it on the side, he attacks that, and we are at grade 3 now. In which, I missed the first attack actually. So grade 3 attacks, he's only at 1 damage. That's a heal. So he has 2 damage now. Both are good numbers actually. That's good. So he has to take at least 1 more attack. Blocks 1 of them. And does not. Actually, that's kind of weird. I would have took this one and blocked that one because it would have been the same result, but I might have got a trigger if I took 1 earlier and could have guarded less technically, but yeah, anyway. And I see a Samshio. Chooses to ride the Kiro, and yeah, I see a lot of triggers here. Lots of defense. Pops one on top, takes on that grade 3, and now he has a full column of grade 3s, which is not usually not that good because especially these 3, because they don't really do anything except the middle. Unless he has the 10k booster for this, but yeah, we'll see. So attacks the weird guard with this. That makes sense actually. Yep. That's pretty good play because this has a bad column and we don't know if he gets the card next turn, so yeah, make some holes. And it would have been 5 to guard this and 5 to guard that, so actually no, this is 11k, so he has to attack this. Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. Attacks, takes it like a man. It only takes 1 damage. And I'm not sure what he attack here. Oh, it takes it all actually. Wow, that's incredibly ballsy. Just cause even though you have a lot of cards in your hand, but if you don't heal the next turn, then like let's say if he does have a full field, then you have to guard everything, and that could be like very dangerous situation because if they get triggers, then you guard more for everything, and sometimes if just by fluke chance you don't have enough to guard, then yeah. Not a. Yeah, why does he take it all back? Oh, he's attacking on the side first, because it doesn't matter. Because he couldn't use them as shield anyway. And he does get a heal trigger because he's a good player, of course, very skillful. And I believe that is his 4th or 5th damage now as well, actually. Catching up in the, I think 4 damage. Please on 10k. But yeah, I wouldn't have actually taken the 5th damage because I could have healed on the 4th damage as well anyway. And I already have my limit break, so I wouldn't really take the 5th one because it is getting a bit dangerous at that point because of what I just said earlier. If you don't get the heal trigger, then you're gonna have to drop your entire hand next turn just to survive. And even though he has a lot of hand right now, it could get dangerous. You want to have a bit of freedom of that open slot, so you can maybe like take a larger attack hit and just say whatever, right? Takes the 5th damage and attacks again. And I didn't really look at that so much, but I assume one side had a trigger, so that's why he took a 5th one or whatnot. Or he won trigger. Doesn't matter so much, but yeah. He's shuffling his cards a lot, and I can't really see his hand, but he only has like 4 cards I think in total. And counting triggers once again, because that's what people do sometimes. And like I said before in the last match, I tend to actually don't do this anymore, just because it's not so helpful. Deciding how to guard this, yeah. And I think because he exhausted a lot of triggers, he's going to try a minimum guard, but yeah. Because you can see he exhausted a lot of triggers here and a lot of hand here, and yeah, he does do a minimum guard, and he gets a trigger because, like I said, just yellow cards defy logic, and yeah, GG here. And let me just recap a little here, actually. So, what exactly happened in the last turn? So yeah, this match is just generally run by one player have a lot of triggers and one player didn't get as much trigger. So and you know in general, Angel Fighters just don't have that many pluses or benefits, and he did take out at least 3 units in total with just effects. So yeah, -3 over here, and or you can call it +3 over here, but same thing I guess. But yeah. And this is kind of problematic. This is why I usually put this in the middle. But yeah, the Sanshi here is it's just kind of making bad numbers with the 9K. So he always needs 5 to guard this, which could have been a bit better if he played a better booster here. But I guess just not the situation, or he decided to put it there, so it's kind of stuck there, and he couldn't get rid of it. Yeah, this is where our friend tries to pull a minimum guard, and of course, doesn't really matter how many triggers the guy already ripped. If you're skillful, it doesn't matter. And yeah, this is a fairly short game actually, considering how they took like 4 or 5 minutes to actually shuffle it. The video's only 10 minutes long, so pretty one-sided match I would say, where this person is just very skillful, very skillful. These yellow cards. And yeah, not enough skills over here, I guess. Fairly solid play actually from both sides, like just really minor plays that I would say like played a little differently, such as the starter being moved to the side, and earlier I'm not sure, I think it was the field, a little field change just over here. But yeah, Angel Feather is typically, because he's playing the Sam Shield version, it's if you don't get your setup in play, it's really hard to actually make the deck function. So yeah, and that is why Angel Feather is not that great. But yeah, that's the second match video, and if you guys like my commentary, then comment and subscribe or whatnot, or if you guys, well, obviously you guys already subscribed, so yeah, comment if you guys like it, and or maybe give me some advice on what I should be pointing out more. But yeah, see ya.